Ron, your career is taking down some very interesting paths. And I remember one of your more popular blogs was the result of you becoming the oldest senior lone bull puller, according to a world record for that. Yeah. So what are some of your other posts?
Well, by far the most popular post has been calculating the density of a solder alloy.
Interesting. Is it you've raised some controversy here?
Well, most people think that to calculate the density, say you've got an alloy that has two metals in it,
Right.
that you take the mass fraction of metal 1 and multiply it by the density of metal 1.
Right.
And add it to the mass fraction of metal 2 and multiply it by the density of metal 2. Let's call that equation 1. And that gives you the formula.
Okay.
But
Sounds right.
but it doesn't work because density is mass divided by volume. The only way an equation like that would work is if you multiplied it by the density fraction, which we don't have. So the actual formula is a little complicated and it requires a derivation. And this is discussed on my website.
So this has really raised a lot of interest in discussion.
It's almost comical. I get probably at least one email a month. And this has been over a period of 7-8 years, asking either for the formula or isn't equation 1 right? And I say no, the derived equation 2 is right.
Wow, who'd have thought? Well, so tell us about some of the love letters that you get.
Well, there was probably the most comical was a PhD from a company that we won't name who said, I'm Dr. Such and Such. I've been working in this company for 30 years, and I've always used equation 1. And are you meaning to tell me that equation 1 is not right?
And your answer was?
The answer is yes, equation 1 is not right. But one of the other that I found even a little more surprising is a professor from a junior college sent me a note, just wanted me to know that she was a believer in equation 2, but that she had a textbook that she was using in a class she was teaching, and the textbook used equation 1.
Yeah.
And so, even in something like that you think would be vetted, there can be mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't surprise me, but are you getting your story out there? Are we seeing the belief in blindless following of equation?
Yeah, I think so. I posted another post. I posted 2 explaining posts why equation 1 is wrong. And I posted one recently because I've spent a lot of time thinking about how to explain that equation 1 is wrong.
Right.
And I posted another post that I think finally has caused people to be believers in equation 2. I've gotten less people complaining about equation 2. And I should point out that I developed an Excel spreadsheet that calculates alloy density that's available at indium.com.
So we can find the rest of the story at your
Right. And I guess I should encourage any equation 1 believers that are still out there, contact me at rlasky@indium.com and we'll have an interesting discussion.
Great. Thank you, heretic. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Ron.